It's interesting, isn't it, how history gets rewritten, and more importantly, present day history gets rewritten by those in the media that decide to, well, fundamentally come up with their own narrative. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today. Hope you're all keeping well, fine and dandy. This particular story centres upon the fact that once again, it seems that there's bad press following around King Charles III. And as ever with these stories, it's also notable to see that it's the negative media on the eve of something big, something important, where it's brought to attention. So I thought I'd explain the background to this particular story so that you understand exactly how the difficult position that His Majesty the King is now being put in, and one seemingly that can be played by the ex-royals Harry and Meghan on their particular whim. As we mentioned previously, this all centres upon the fact that the former Deputy Metropolitan Police Commissioner, Neil Basu, sat down with Channel 4. And this has really alarmed a lot of people simply because, one wonders why he would wish to talk in such an open way. Many people suspect, allegedly, that this is because he's been overlooked on numerous occasions for the top job, even though he's deputised. I think more importantly, a lot of people found him to be a rather woke commissioner, very much on the side of the wrong side of the law. Just my opinion again, but it's interesting, isn't it? What's highlighted here, though, once again, though, is the alleged lack of security for the former royals, Harry and Meghan, after they departed to go over to live in California. And this is exactly where it puts King Charles in a very difficult position, because they are not the only former senior royals who are not allowed full security. As we've seen, the former royal himself, Prince Andrew, is now having his security taken away. There are pared down securities for the Princess Royal and, of course, the Earl and Countess of Wessex. But more importantly, you see, it was Harry and Meghan's decision to remove their own security, which is highlighted and never really brought to attention. So let me explain this. When they decided to go over to California, this really was a bit of a kickback, if you like, to our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, because she had hoped, after a long conversation with Prince Harry, that they both may move to Africa, where they could become ambassadors. This would have also ensued that they could have had some level of security out there as working on behalf of her, our wonderful monarch. But they declined that offer. They didn't wish to go now and live in South Africa, but it was a great PR stunt to make them seem that, of course, they wanted to do good things. Then they decided to go and live in California, which is, their choice. Obviously, they wanted to make their own financial gains. Prince Harry is a multi-millionaire many times over, thanks to bequests from the late Queen Mother and, of course, his late mother, Princess Diana. So he's not without money. This was spelled out to him in great detail about how he would have to fund his now own security. But like a petulant child, he's decided to highlight this on many occasions. He's also been pointed out to him that when he does return here as part of the British monarchy, then he will come under the umbrella of the British Metropolitan Police for protection. Outside of that, there is none. The reason? Because the British taxpayer does not wish to pay for security for a royal that is simply not part of the British monarchy and wishes to live their life thousands of miles away, not seemingly doing anything for their country, and more importantly, costing the British taxpayer in this cost of living crisis a lot of money. Now, while King Charles decided to fund Prince Harry's very first year out in California, which was grossly overlooked in the interview with Oprah Winfrey, that has never simply been brought up. But as he pointed out, it's for a year till you find your feet. So Prince Harry is still suing the British Metropolitan Police and the Home Office regarding his personal security upon returning here to the United Kingdom. But more importantly, it was his choice and her choice as to why they declined the offer of living this particular life. And let's not forget, if they were so concerned about security, why did Meghan go and hug people in the likes of Manchester, Germany, and winding a window down as she departed from the Platinum Jubilee? Not that worried about security then, were they? It's interesting to note, and for the educated out there that watch this channel, which is all of us, I just wanted to share this with you because, as I often say here on the show, there are two sides to every story. And seemingly, as ever, with a narrative from the mainstream media, it's only one side that's being presented. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.